I'm Jackie.
And I'm Davey. And welcome to
And this
Weekend
is Weekend Hangover. Hello, everybody.
Hi, folks.
And welcome to another shit show of an episode of Weekend Hangover.
Listen, I'm trying the new setup here with the laptop at Amanda's house. So until find a happy medium, you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
what it is. But spend the weekend here, like an adopted kid. So you know, it's what it is. Got a little bit traveling thing. This laptop is garbage. Run slower than Forrest Gump with braces on. So, but I do have my nice little soundboard. Add a little flavor to it.
Nice.
It is what it is. So this week since we didn't do last week, we are touching. We're touching on uh Survivor episode 6,
And
episode 7,
7.
and our new favorite show, Special Forces.
Yes. And later on, we'll go through a little bit about Matthew Perry, his death, and there's a conspiracy thread out there. New one by Tommy G from No Mercy podcast, and he's in other things like Cash Daddies or whatever. But we'll be going over.
Tommy G?
So back in 2020.
Okay.
Well, he had a podcast called No Mercy, and they talked about like sports. He did sports betting and different things, day trading, like that kind of thing. I think he used to like do stuff with Barstool. I'm not 100% sure.
Yes.
And
yes. Okay.
yeah. And so 2020 came around and like COVID and everything, and he started getting into conspiracies. So he started from like episode wherever he was at in the original No Mercy podcast, and like started all over with number 1, and all they did was talk about conspiracies and stuff. And I mean, he put out threads all the time on Twitter, and like it ended up like there was like Discord pages, then they went on Gilded pages, and like was really they were very interactive with their audience. And like they would do streams on Discord at like midnight until early the next morning, like hours and hours of shit. It was crazy, but they always got like nuked off of Discord. So everyone's like Twitter and stuff, and they would like message each other, be like, "Hey, this got nuked. We're going to a new page," and it was just insane. And so, but I think like he got so deep into it, they stopped doing the podcast really, and you didn't get any like conspiracy threats or anything from Tommy G. And you just kind of focused more on the sports betting and things like that. And then this happened with Matthew Perry, and then put out a new conspiracy thread, and they haven't had like a No Mercy podcast in like months and months. So yeah, Jack was really excited about talking about it, and unfortunately he can't be here. Whoopi, hello. So
yeah, Jack's out there making his music, so
he is. I'm excited to hear it. I can't wait to hear his music.
I am too. I'm excited. I haven't heard any of his music before, so I am very excited to hear our Sifu play.
Oh my god. I was watching Survivor episode 6 and 7 yesterday, and saw Sifu, and it was like, oh my god, it's just Jack. Like, it's him.
Yeah, I was watching 7 because I skipped 6 because I forgot that we didn't cover 6 And
It's okay.
you know, Booby says, "How you doing?"
I am doing good.
Good.
Tired, but good.
How
Get
the
ready
kids?
for a bunch of people to be at my house for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, that's. I'm going out to Whoopi's house for Thanksgiving. I'm going to El Paso, Texas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can't wait. We're gonna be shooting guns and having fun, getting the turkey stuff. So you know, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, all right. I guess we'll just get into which one we gonna do first. Survivor.
Yeah, let's do that first, and then we'll go into special forces.
So,
So we'll just do.
like I said, good.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'll just do a quick run. I actually have notes, so sweet.
Thank
So I'll just do a quick run through of episode 6 of Survivor, because yeah, I don't know. It was just weird. I don't know. I can't get over how weird it is. The show itself.
I want to know how everybody turned on Caleb. Caleb was one of my favorite ones.
I know. I
Like
think that's why. It's because he's likable and he talks to everybody.
I really don't get this show. Like I watch it
Yeah.
and I kind of understand it. Um, but like I don't get it. They're talking about all this psychological stuff, but yet they're taking out the best people first. I'm hoping, to be honest with you, I'm hoping for an all girls challenge to just watch everything just go into mass chaos.
Oh, yeah. Well, so in episode 6, I think, what was it? It's when all the tribes merge together
Or was
to
that
the big island.
wasn't that oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so and yeah, because
Yeah.
five they redid everything and changed it all
Yeah.
up. So six they all did one whole group.
Right. Is when they start the one whole group. Bruce is paranoid throughout the whole thing. They have like a challenge where they are separated again into 2 teams, and the one person has to stay out, and it ended up being Katora, and she had to pick which team she thought was going to win, and she picked team blue, and blue did win, but they had like all the guys. It was like Sifu and Bruce and Drew and Austin, and then also had Julie, who's also known as Mama J, Mama J on there, and Kendra. So she's got crazy eyes and crazy face. She's just got crazy
Dude,
face.
we were watching Seven today, and anybody who you can watch and you see their eyes and see the whites on both sides of their eyes, I believe is crazy. I believe is crazy because you cannot keep your eyes open that wide and not be a sane person. And Kendra is just like, I think Bruce is just a great guy. I don't think anything. I don't think I don't know.
Yeah.
She's got that crazy look in her eye, and I just don't.
I know. I was watching it and I was just like, she's got crazy face, not just eyes, like just her whole face is just, whoo, girl. I would want to get on her bad side. That's all I gotta say. Um, so before the tribal council of episode 6, they're going back and forth on who they want to get out, either Jay, this little girl, and Caleb, because Bruce is paranoid. He's like, no one's talking to me. Everyone's talking to Caleb. Caleb just smiles all the time. I can't believe he just smiles. That's all he does. He's like, reminds me of me when I was 20. It's like, okay. And then Emily is like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna vote for Caleb or not? Blah blah blah. And then they go to tribal, and Caleb pulls out his shot in the dark, and it ends up he's safe. So any votes that were against him don't count. And all 12 people voted against Caleb. All of it. Well, actually, it was only 11 because someone else has a something or another or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, it was one of the guys. He just it was Austin. Austin decided not to
Austin,
vote.
yes.
Austin pulled out his
Yes.
vote, so he didn't vote for him. But how do you sit there and look? And that's what I mean. How do you sit there and look at these people in the face, knowing that every single one of them voted against you, and still come out with like, "Hey guys, I understand. You know, it is what it is. But you
It's
know,
the
thanks for."
game. You got to play the game because you know in the back he's like, "All right, I got everyone's number." He's gonna come out guns a blazing at some point. He's like,
Well,
"All right," he's gonna pick them all off.
yeah, gonna pick them all off.
He
What up,
is.
baby Viking? Did you watch the end of
So
7?
I did, but so at the end of 6, because I wrote this in my notes, I put Jay as a hoe because I did. I wrote it down. I said Jay is a hoe, and I was like, and that hoe got voted out because she was going around being like, okay, everyone vote for Emily, and Emily's like, who the fuck are you?
Shots fired by Mama J.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
He's a hoe.
I
Okay.
call them as I see them. She was
A
hoeing it
hoe.
out. She's like, all right, listen, we're all voting for Emily. And Emily's like, the bitch is talking about me. And then it ended up everyone voted for Jay, except for Jay, who voted for Emily. So
Well,
she learned quick.
did they have to revote after Caleb?
Yes. Yes. They had to revote. And like they couldn't put Caleb's name in there
And then they all voted for,
because he had the shot in the dark and he was safe. So they couldn't go against him. So they had to pick somebody else to put in there.
so then they all voted for Jay.
Yeah, and Jay was going around like, "Yeah, we're like totally voting for Emily, right?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, we're so voting for Emily. Sure." And like Emily could hear her talking behind her back and she's like, "Really?" So the hoe was gone.
The hoe was definitely gone. But then we
Okay.
get to episode 7.
Yes.
Let's see if I can do this without
People at home would call.
see. When- oh, wait.
Do you want me to pull it up?
I mean, I have it. I forgot that whole share the volume thing.
Oh, might be a
Oh,
little important. Oh.
can I? I don't think I can share the audio with this one.
All right. I can do it.
All right, go ahead.
You. Is it the one from Telegram?
The one with, yeah, I put them basically in order. The one with the night,
the big
scope.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, big one, top, middle, bottom. Gotcha. Sounds like a fun time. All right.
We can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No, I don't think we can share it.
No. Hold on, mate. That could have been it. Could hold on. It could be me. Give me a second. All right. So hold on. It says to share audio, share a tab instead. Oh. Okay.
Okay. Garbage.
Well, this is shit. I can hear myself, just so you know. Okay, so basically, the clip. It's just Caleb talking to everybody, being like, "Oh my God, like, you know, it's cool. Like, thank you so much for showing me respect. Like, I know I was so lucky." Right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Okay.
Thank you guys for dicking me over. Great of you
Right.
guys. Let's see if I can do it like this. Here. Did I just X out the whole freaking thing?
Whoa.
People at home would call me a
Can you hear it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, but it's echoey.
and tonight they are absolutely correct. I appreciate everybody as well, like the respect, the passion the whole time, let me fight every day, tribal council.
How about now? Is it echoey still? Because I lowered my volume.
Do it again.
Oh, it's easy to bully the guy at the bottom. It feels like. Appreciate the way you guys handled it. Yeah, I know it's 12 votes, but we'll be okay. We'll be okay. We'll be all right.
Nothing but respect.
Yeah. Tonight, they tried to write me off. Every single person on this entire tribe voted against me.
And then over half and 12 votes. This might be a record. I think this is a record. Dude, that's insane.
I don't even know. I'm so late.
I was completely shocked. When you say my mouth.
Mute yourself while the
First
video's
time,
playing.
Dark and played correctly when somebody was supposed to go home. Everything canceled out, and I was this close to going home. So, big picture, I have a couple people I think I can maybe trust, but ultimately, I don't have any friends here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. He knows what's good. He's like, I'm gonna play nicey, but we all know what's happening.
Yeah, but and then he plays nicey, and then we'll get to the end soon. But then they get the individual immunity challenge, and D, which has the whitest, biggest teeth I've seen.
Yes.
This woman scares me. D scares me because D looks like she's going to shiv somebody in the middle of the night. Don't know why. Maybe it's D.
Yeah. Did you see her kissing the pole? So the individual immunity challenge, they split everyone up into two groups, the red and blue team. All right. On the red team, it was Jake, D, Austin, Julie, Caleb, and Katura. On the blue team, it was Emily, Bruce, Sifu, Kendra, Drew, and Kelly. Now, the object of this whole challenge was like they had to like hold on to a totem pole for as like long as they could. And whoever stayed on there the longest for each team got immunity. And then whoever stayed on the longest out of both teams, not only did they get immunity, but their whole team got to go to the sanctuary where they got to eat tacos and soda pop. And the whole time D is kissing this pole. The whole time just being like, yes, pole, please give me the strength to stay on here.
Yo, I don't understand why nobody else did it the way she did. Everybody else put their toes in like the thing. And there's little grooves to put your feet in, but they were like really like tiny, and then like, but she just fucking grabbed around the pole, grabbed her arms and locked it, and just sat there the entire time. And I was like, that's the way you do it. And then what was her name? Kelly?
Yes.
Yeah, Kelly. Kelly was her and D were there, and Kelly was trying to shift, and she couldn't do it, and finally she lost, and D won, and Kelly and D were both given immunity idols, but this was D's little thank you speech at the end.
I saw tears.
saw tears the second you won. What's the emotion share?
I was just thinking about my family up there, my parents, my brother. Like the pole signified like the American dream for me, and I knew I wasn't gonna let go. And then I just kept thinking like, I want to take care of them. I want to take care of them. You got this. You got this. And I just want to make them proud. I want to take care of them, and that's what matters.
I have a feeling they're proud. Congratulations, you were safe tonight. Oh yeah, they're proud. Yeah.
Okay, hopefully that worked. If it didn't work, then she basically said, "I'm going to
Yeah.
hold on to the pole like I did to the American dream, and I know I never going to let go, like the girl at the end of the Titanic when she let Jack go and she let him die."
She not only let her
She said, "I'll
go,
never let
but
go."
she ripped his hand out of hers and just gonna fall into the
Listen,
ocean.
that lady was a bitch. There was enough for 2 people on that stupid door, and she just let him freeze to death.
I know. I kept saying the same thing even when I was little. I was like, there's room for 2.
She let poor Jack freeze, and unlike Jack, this lady said, "I'll never let go of this pole." And then I won tacos. That was so like she won, and they were getting tacos for dinner.
Hold on. Hold on. What team was she on? D was on the red team. Yeah. And Sifu was like, "Oh man, I want tacos." Like, come on, Kelly, stay on there, man. I want tacos.
Oh man, like you pointed out, now I can't stop seeing Jack every time I see Sifu. Like, yeah, man,
No.
Sifu's gonna get voted off of this place because I'm the one. They're gonna come gunning for me, man. I gotta play this a little straighter. I gotta bro.
Yeah. Just it's the mannerisms, like the joyfulness that like exudes from him too, and it's Jack. It is. I put it in my notes. I was like, it's blackjack. It's really is. It is.
Oh man.
And he's like, ah.
But I mean, and what's his face? The brokerage guy, Jack, John, Jamie, Jonathan,
Jake.
Jake, yeah. Everybody's like, I want to play this to win, and in his Boston accent.
Oh my god, yeah.
But let me see. I'll try to mute this.
Of the game. I need to take control of the game. I know I'm going to get flack after I do this, but I don't just want to survive. I want to play Survivor, and I want to win Survivor.
I want to play Survivor, and I want to win Survivor.
And this whole plot to win Survivor is getting everybody to vote Mama J off.
I know.
Get her out.
I was actually
her out.
I understood what he was talking about. You got to break some people up, with like alliances that people have, like people that they feel safe with. Just like break it up. Yeah,
but that was the thing about Caleb is like he got along with everybody, so there was no real alliance with him. You got to try to get the alliances like who is it? The girls. You got to kind of
that's why they wanted Jay gone. Because they wanted to break up the Reba girls or whatever.
Yeah. And to get Caleb gone is the worst thing to do because if you think about it, Caleb's friends with everybody.
Right.
So Caleb can tell you everything from every single person. And I guess, a lot of people would be like, no, that's why we want him gone. But like, I don't know. It sucked. But Kelly is starting to get everybody's hating Bruce.
Everyone hates Bruce. I wrote that down too. I was like, God, everyone is annoyed with Bruce. Oh, and it was funny because when Bruce went to talk to Caleb at the beginning of episode 7, Bruce was saying, like, in his little confessional or whatever, he's like, I really think that what happened last night humbled Caleb, and he really needed to be humbled. I remember when I was like him in my 20s and I needed to be humbled too. And Caleb was like, I can't believe I spent 28 years without knowing Bruce and him telling me how to live my life. Everyone hates Bruce now.
I mean, he's annoying. He's
Yeah.
really annoying. But yeah, now here's Kelly, who hates Bruce.
He's just been this like anchor I've been dragging around this whole game.
I'll just keep something else in mind too. There were a lot of people recognizing the celebration between
His way or the highway. He keeps these vendettas against people, a vendetta against Couture that he cannot let go, a vendetta against Caleb that he can't let go. And it's like, sometimes you need people for the numbers, man. I'm doing it with you right now. Like, I like Bruce as a human, but as a player, it is just, it's so
I was like, dang, how do you really feel?
And I believe she's the nicest one. I think out of the
Mhm.
whole, between her and her and Caleb, they're the two nicest ones of the whole thing. And even she's like, shut up, Bruce. I can't deal with you anymore. Shut up. Shut the fuck up,
Well-
Bruce. Bruce, I'm done with it, please.
Oh yeah, and like he's so paranoid about like hearing his name out there. He gets like overly sensitive about it. And people are like, "Oh my god." Yeah. But
Did you say my name? Did you guys say Bruce? No, we were talking about spruce, the tree, Bruce. We said spruce. Oh, okay. Did you show your name? No, Bruce, we weren't talking about you. Oh, okay. I heard you guys talking about me. Bruce, we were talking about what we were gonna have for dinner. Can you shut the fuck up, please? Please, Bruce, stop talking. He's okay. Just want to know. You guys okay?
Yep.
Uh,
Well, and also during this whole thing, so Boston Jake was like, excuse me, because all the girls like because D hates Caleb. D hates Caleb because Caleb in the last tribal council pretty much had her name in his mouth. She was not having it. She's like, "Excuse me, sir, you're on my shit list now." So she just wants Caleb out. So then D and Mama J are trying to get people to get Caleb out again. And Jake is like, "What the fuck, man? I hate being everyone's little bitch." And that's how I interpreted it. He's like, I hate everyone dragging me around and telling me what to do. So now he's trying to play his own game because he's been Mr. Nice Guy. And he's like, nope, I don't want to do what you're telling me. And then.
he is kind of being the bitch of the whole
Yeah.
thing. So.
And so instead of having the girls tell him what to do, he has Caleb tell him what to do now. So I guess
We're all voting for Mama J, right? Yeah. We're voting for her. Yeah. Okay, let's take Julia.
Yeah. And then Katura is mad at Caleb and Jake because they kept the knowledge that Bruce has an idol from her for a long time. I don't know what some of this stuff means. I haven't I don't know what that means that he's got an idol. I don't know what that means. That's why
he might have immunity at any time. But like to be mad that they didn't tell her a while ago, like it's part of the strategy. You don't need to know, right away.
Right.
It's like, okay, am I supposed to tell everybody everything at the exact time? Like, okay, hey, listen, this guy has this. Hey, listen, this guy has that. No, it's a strategy. You're supposed to do it at a certain time. And then she got mad and she's like, well, in the end, guess who I'm going to stick it to? My man Caleb got kicked off.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he
Sifu
did.
got kicked out. No.
No, both of them did.
Oh, yes. Sifu and Caleb got kicked out.
Sifu, yeah.
Yes, because two
They did.
people got kicked out.
Yeah, they did
I
the double.
was thinking about this before he got on. I was like, who the fuck left the other night?
Yeah, they split it into two
Yeah.
teams of 8.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Sifu
I mean,
got the boot first.
so Sifu got out first, but they said that Caleb is now, but here's the kicker though. Caleb will now be the first member of the jury. So from here on out, the people that kicked out become part of the jury who ultimately choose who wins Survivor.
Oh, really?
Yes. So he's like he's got his pen. He's like he's writing down people's names. He's like, all right.
Everything. Katura gone. Let's see. Bruce gone right away. Those are those are the next two. But like, I just like he. What was I gonna say? I totally forgot. I just totally spaced because Sifu was out and then Caleb. But like, Caleb was the one who won the whole thing for them in that episode, the basketball episode, when he was shooting in the hoop.
Yeah.
Like, he won the whole freaking thing. Like, so
It's because they know that he's not a strong competitor and people like him. So he can convince. So it's all the dirty folks who are like the vipers. Want him out. And they did it. They got him out.
like I said, I'm hoping it's an all woman one so we could just watch total mass chaos erupt and watch that whole girl clique just explode into
Yeah,
mess.
you know what? I was thinking the same thing the other day. I was like, I wonder what happens if it's just all the women. Like, what's gonna happen? But I guess we will see.
It's gonna get spicy.
It's gonna get spicy. Why is it so spicy? Like
Spicy. Because you let all the women together and then all of a sudden now they're gonna backstab each other. I think that's when Dee's gonna pull out the shiv and someone's gonna get stabbed.
yeah, I mean, she talks about how her toes are so big and she'll just like sharpen up her toenail and use it, I guess.
She did. She was like, yeah, this toe is so long. You know, finally it's come out to help me.
Yeah.
It's like, that's how you're so bored. You're talking about your toes now, madam?
Yeah. I don't know. Because all the girls are talking about now, like, let's get all the boys out now. Let's do it. So
I mean, good luck. Good luck with that, because then, not for nothing, none of the girls are really, really strong. I mean, the strongest one was what's her face in the beginning, and they got rid of her.
I know what she was from Lulu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the strongest one there, and they got rid of her. You know, in the beginning,
she screwed herself. I'm sorry.
She did. She really did. She threw that immunity idol in the fire, and it didn't work. But yeah, well, I mean, listen, I hope, you know, like I said, that's my. I saw. Every time I see Brandon in the opening credits, I start laughing. I go, I wish he was still around. I miss Brandon.
I wanted that hero arc so bad. I did. I started from the bottom. Now we're here. I needed it.
Poor Brandon is gone.
Yeah.
I'm
like, I don't want to think that our generation is full of weenies. Please.
I still feel like that video of the kid asking for the sandwich is Brandon. I don't care what anybody says.
Yes, absolutely.
That is
Brandon. It is
him. Hey, thank you. Hey, made your sandwich. Thank you. Hey, made your sandwich. Thank you. Ooh, peanut butter and jelly.
That's how I want my sons to to talk to me when I give them a sandwich instead of. So, okay. For those who have been watching our show lately, we've been not as consistent as we'd like to be. Last week is my son's fault. And I'm going to blame it on him because I needed to recoup from last Friday, where I spent the whole day literally getting exorcist style pea soup thrown up on the whole day. And I was very proud of myself because I knew what the kid needed. He just needed to throw up literally on my chest, on my back, everywhere while I held him. And
Because he
I
ate too much
needed a few.
candy.
Huh?
You let him eat too much of that Halloween candy.
Dude, I don't know what it was. Something had gotten to him. I felt so bad. I've never seen this baby so sick. I was like, oh my God. Once he fell asleep and took a nap, I started crying because I was like, oh, finally, thank God. Oh, but still, like
Did you find out
everywhere.
what it was, or it was just
I think it was like bad milk or something, or he had the flu, but no one else in the house. Like he literally threw up all over me and I didn't get sick. So I don't know.
what?
I changed my outfit like 3 times and then I said, forget it. Even though that I have puke on my pants, I should just keep wearing them until this ends.
Speaking of mushed pants, today we went thrift shopping, right? Me and Amanda. And so when you go thrift shopping, if you're buying, say, like a pair of sweatpants, would you go to the dressing room and change your pants and put the sweatpants on?
No, just take them home, and if they don't fit you, you give them to someone.
All right, I guess the old man and me just said try them on in the middle of the store. So I did.
No.
I didn't take my pants off. I was wearing shorts and I was wearing my Hey Dudes. So I took the Hey Dudes off and I put the sweats over my shorts just to see if they would fit. I mean, because they were mediums, but they were like bigger mediums. So I was like, all right. And then, it's kind of like a self accomplishment for me to fit in the medium pants. I'm like, yeah, I can fit in the medium pants. I haven't been able to fit into medium pants since I was 8 years old. So
look at you.
So I took the pants and I put them on, and I tried them on, and they were okay. I was like, all right, they're a little tiny bit snug, but I was like, I'm not feeling them, whatever. So I take them off and I put them back on the rack, and she comes and we talk and blah blah blah, and we leave. We're back home and laying in bed, and all of a sudden she goes, hey, shows me, she filmed me. She filmed me trying the pants on. I swear for God,
Good for her.
I look like an old man. Just
oh my God, I need that video. We're gonna make it, and oh God, we gotta clip it. I gotta put it into our intro. Oh my God, please have her send it to me. Oh my goodness.
Well, she's watching. So anyway, so yeah, but I'm looking at myself, look through pants. I'm like, God, I look like a fucking old man looking at pants. I go, these are nice. These are really nice.
Did you hold them up to yourself first and be like hold them up and then shake them out a little bit, being like,
I'm putting them around my neck,
giving it that little head nod?
Well, because this thing now, all you have to do is put it around your neck, and if it fits around your neck, then it should fit your waist. So I didn't do so I did that, but she didn't get that on film. But then I'm looking through it, and then all of a sudden you just see me like the only way I can describe it is like an old man just putting these pants on. And of course I've got my battery pack and my phone in my back pocket with the wire hanging out. So I'm trying to get it over that. It was just a mess.
Oh my God.
A mess. And
why?
I swear,
But why?
Because I wanted to try on sweatpants, and I didn't feel like I needed to go to the dressing room to try on sweats. The sweats that like they go over, pants and stuff like that if you're cold and whatnot. But yeah, so I did that, and she secretly taped me, and I was like,
I love
too fucking shit. And I'm like, I may have just 1,000% found the woman I've been looking for my entire life. Because if I would have
Oh
done
my
that,
God.
I would have probably done something similar. And I didn't even see her. I did not even see her, and she was literally down the aisle from me. She was literally down the aisle, and I saw her walking up to me, and it was just like, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
I like the fact that she waited and waited. Didn't tell you in the car, not when you first got home. Nothing. You're relaxed. You are in a vulnerable state. You think everything in your life is wonderful. It is untapped. You're a little pissed off because the pants you didn't like them. You didn't get what you wanted. And then boom, she's like, "Oh yeah, by the way." Love it. Love it. Yeah.
I hate you pointing that out because I was in a good mood too. I was laying in bed just chilling, I was watching Survivor. I was like, yeah, just chilling, like, she's just.
And it was at that moment he realized he fucked up.
To be honest with you, we were on TikTok Live because we go on TikTok Lives together, and we were just hanging out, and all of a sudden she showed me that, and I was just like, son of a. Oh no, it was before TikTok Lives. Yeah, no, we were just hanging out in bed. Yeah, and then I went on live, but it was just like, damn it, damn it.
She's like, by the way, here's you looking weird in the thrift store.
This is gonna be fun. I'm telling you right now, this is gonna be really, really fun.
Oh man.
This is gonna be
Oh God, that's
exciting,
hilarious.
fucking interesting, and I'm here for it. And
Oh my God.
but yeah. So that was my kind of day today, and it was nice. She goes to me the other day, she goes, I need jeans. You want to go to the thrift store this weekend? And I go, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I do. Let's go. And I got
Yeah.
excited. And I was like, yeah, let's go to the thrift store. And we hit up a couple thrift stores. We had like 3 or 4 thrift stores. She got some Christmas stuff. Everybody's putting up their Christmas stuff now because I guess Veterans
Yeah.
Day. So everybody's
Mhm.
putting up their Christmas stuff, which is nice. Everybody's getting into the Christmas mood. I love the Christmas season. I have a love hate with it because of what my 9 to 5 is.
Oh yeah.
The shitty time of the year, and
Right.
everybody's angry about things, and customer service. They're angry that they're not getting the things when they should be getting their things, and things are taking a long time to get to them, and all this stuff. And it's like, listen, I can't do anything about it. It is what it is, and they take their anger out on the wrong people. But like, I love this season, and especially for like 15 years, I think it was. My mom left Christmas Eve. So yeah, like 15 years in a row. My parents would get into an argument. My mom would leave on Christmas Eve. So like, it wasn't the greatest experience growing up, but like, but I don't know. I love this. I love the season. I love Christmas movies. So yeah, it's gonna be. I told her I was just gonna decorate the shit out of her house. So I don't care what she says. And she's like, I decorate for Christmas. I'm like, I'm just making sure. I'm just letting you know now that this is gonna happen. She's like, yeah.
My brothers and I are really mean to our dad sometimes.
Why?
Well, okay, so there was this one Christmas where we were at my parents' house. I think Cooper was, I don't even know if Cooper was born yet. So this is like over 8 years ago. And my parents usually have 2 trees. They have one in the living room and like one that's just like in a window to look pretty. And he wanted to put the one that everyone opens their presents in like on hardwood instead of the carpet area. And we're all like, why? Like, let's go in the comfortable area that has like fireplace, TV, everything. Why we wouldn't go in the cold, sterile room? And so we're just like going back and forth, making fun of him about it. And he's like, forget it, you ungrateful bastards. And he leaves. And so we start cracking up laughing. And we're like, yeah, he's such a Grinch. He's probably going to be like in all of our presents, making snow angels saying Merry Christmas to Lou, because that's my dad's name. And so we kept doing that back and forth. And he was like, you ungrateful bastards. And we just started laughing. I felt bad for like 5 seconds, but then it was just really hilarious because he got really, really, really mad. Because he had a vision in his head of how he wanted things. And we're like, logistically, it's not the best. And he just was on that path.
Dude,
So every now and then, every Christmas, if someone says something, at least one person is called an ungrateful bastard every Christmas. So it's tradition.
Listen, Christmas season is phenomenal, and it's funny because people get mad like it's not even Thanksgiving yet. It's like, so what? It's Christmas season. It's an entire season.
Yeah.
Everybody gets ready for Halloween season. 'Cause
I
basically,
get mad when it's out before Halloween.
yeah,
If you want to do it November 1, perfect. I'm good. But before then, let us enjoy Halloween first, please.
yeah. I think there's only a couple major holidays. I mean, Thanksgiving is a great time because it's like pre-Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
It's like the kickoff to like actual we're going to the Super Bowl Christmas Day. So it's like, but like it's Christmas season. Get ready. Like, who wants to decorate on Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving after you just punch 16 people in the face for an on TV, for $12, and the TV's gonna last until next Christmas? Who wants to put a like, enjoy it? Like, enjoy the whole season. Put it up early, and it's so much to do. So many lights and all this stuff, and to only have it up for like a month or like 2 months, maybe. Do it in Thanksgiving, Christmas. Halloween's over. Yeah, everybody decorates for Halloween now, like it's Christmas. So nobody decorates anything for Thanksgiving, really. You don't get like
No.
Thanksgiving blow up things to put in your front yard. No, you decorate your whole front yard for Halloween, and then that stuff comes down. Christmas stuff goes up, and just have fun. But let me tell
We've got
you,
those window stickies of a turkey. That's our Thanksgiving decoration.
I mean, come on, it's the Nightmare Before Christmas. It's just a Halloween into Christmas movie. It's not Halloween to Thanksgiving. I said they should have a Halloween. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. It was important, believe me.
I think what we should do now is just have a Halloween parade, and at the end of the Halloween parade, then you pull Santa out.
You can pull him out twice. It could be a double feature off of like Halloween and Thanksgiving.
Or maybe like bring out some elves or like reindeer, and then on Thanksgiving, that's when Santa comes out. So it's like the pre-Christmas stuff, and then like people get dressed up as Rudolph and all that, and it's like a preview to kind of the Thanksgiving Day parade, and then the Thanksgiving Day parade comes, and then there's Santa. It's Santa! I know him!
I know him! Yes.
So I think that's what
you're not Santa. You smell like a ham sandwich. Oh my God. So I actually watched a Christmas movie today with my son. And have you seen the Grinch movie Not the one with Jim Carrey. It's the newer one that has like it's the voice of Bill Hader and I think Keenan Thompson.
No, I heard
It's pretty
about it.
good. It's got a pretty dope soundtrack though.
Does it?
So, oh yeah, it does. It's pretty good.
Because I have ADHD. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that one, but I heard they came out. Like everybody talks about. Have you seen the new Grinch? And I'm like, the new what?
I
Yeah,
know because I was just like, the Grinch just came out 25 years ago.
Listen, I'm sorry. There's only 2 Grinch movies. It was the original Grinch cartoon and the one with Jim
Yes.
Carrey. It's the only 2 Grinch ones
Yeah.
I know of. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. You know, it's getting the weather out here is just atrocious. Yesterday, it was like 50, 49, 45, 50 degrees. Today was 70.
Yeah.
It's like it's bipolar out here.
It
one day,
messes with you.
yeah, and that's why a lot of people get sick because it can drop down to 30 one day, and then the day after that, 75, 80 degrees, and then it drops back down, and then it goes back up, and it drops down, and it goes back up, and you don't know what to wear. You're like, everybody's like, do I put the winter? Do I bring the winter stuff up and put the summer stuff away? And it's like, nope, you can't do that until mid-January. Then mid-January.
Yeah, I mean, I want to really appreciate Han Solo season, and I can't because the weather is bipolar here too. You know about Han Solo season?
I have no idea what the hell Han Solo is.
Oh my gosh. I have to oh my god. I have to find you this picture. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay. There you go. That's Han Solo season. Because that's what you wear. You wear your vest with your jeans and your boots.
Holy shit. If that doesn't, all they're missing is their Starbucks. All they're missing is their Starbucks.
I can't believe you've never heard of Han Solo season.
I have not. That is, and it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. I just, I love this time of year. I love fall. I love the trees turning colors, and I like just mowing the grass and just mowing over the leaves. Just don't have to rake them. Just right over the leaves, and then the grass turns different colors now. But yeah, I mean it's a great time of the year, where everybody should be happy, and then everybody new year, new me, and then 2 weeks later they're like, new year, same me.
Oh me.
It's me.
I'll do it next year.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
Oh man. All right, we need to talk about special forces. I don't think we're going to get to the Matthew Perry thing today, which is okay because I actually want to look at some more stuff before we talk about it. Because in the next coming weeks, with holidays and everything, like I know shows are going to go on hiatus for a little bit too because of season. So when that happens, I want to talk about Britney Spears, her book, and her conservatorship just a little bit. And that dirty thought, Justin. Damn. Woo-hoo.
Didn't he force you to get an abortion?
Huh?
Didn't he force you to get an abortion? I think I heard.
It was highly suggested.
It was
no. When you read, okay, I spent 2 days listening. So someone live streamed them reading her book. Okay. So I spent 2 days watching that and listening to it. that part of her book where she talks about the abortion. Oh my God. I was like, you've got to be shitting me. It was like, because I guess it was like so early along that she took like the abortion pill, and she was talking about how like it was awful, and that Justin Timberlake thought it would be that all she needed to hear to help her through it was for him to sit down next to her strumming a guitar, singing to her. And I'm like, what a douche. Oh, Lordy B.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, could you imagine a Justin and Brittany baby?
Oh my God, the kid would be so cute.
Baby would be fucking magical. That baby
Yeah.
would be magical. Between the two talented parents that they have. Holy crap. But no.
No. I will say it was like I've watched different things about the Free Britney movement for a few years now. And just like followed it here and there and everything. So like listening to the book and just kind of understanding what is going on or what happened with that whole thing is just it's heartbreaking, the whole situation. And there's a really good documentary by Liz Crokin called Slave Princess about the whole conservatorship thing. Because like for me, like actually learning about it, I felt bad for being like, oh, she's crazy.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
like, no wonder she like what she's been going through and everything like that. Like,
it was the same thing with the Michael Lore thing that I was just like, nah, you know, and then we actually read the whole thing and it was like, holy shit. Like,
oh, the Michael Orth.
yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
saw something came out, I think it was today, maybe today or yesterday. I think it was like People Magazine or I don't know, something like that, talking about how they found out how much he was paid actually for the Blind Side movie compared to the Tuohys. And
Mm-hmm.
he was paid like $132,000, while each individual person from the Tuohy family was paid $225,000 for the movie. Messed up.
Yeah, and to find out that they weren't even that he was going to the school that's what shocked me the most, like that he was going to the school already,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he was already a success, and they made it seem like it was all because of them, and that he was
Yep.
dumb.
Yeah.
And it comes out that he was already going to the school. There was somebody already there, helping him out as it was, and that was just
He was
that.
he was like, I mean, he was being helped out by several different families. And it wasn't until his junior year of high school that the Tuohys took him in full time. And the dates in which they put him under the conservatorship, I mean, they got his mom to sign off of putting him under conservatorship. The person that started the conservatorship, they called her like Aunt Deb or something like that. And he never had appropriate representation to tell him what was actually going on, that it wasn't an adoption, that not that it wasn't an adoption, but that what a conservatorship meant didn't mean that there was any familiar ties. Like, how it could go on, the whole thing, like how it could go on as long as it did with him being a professional sports play, being a pro athlete and having like agents and stuff.
And lawyers.
How did they not, and lawyers, and like how did they not tell him?
Once again, I believe all those people were hired probably by the Tuohys, and they were like,
Yeah.
keep your mouth shut, and we'll give you this.
Honestly, if you looking into like the Britney Spears conservatorship and seeing like what's been going on with like the whole Michael Orr thing, it could be that the parents are like, listen, if you shut your trap about this, we'll give you a certain percentage. because like that's kind of how like the whole Britney Spears thing happened. And then if you look into, you know how everyone's like, oh, Bam Margera, he's like so crazy out there, crazy drug addict and all this other stuff. He was underneath a guardianship. Okay.
I think
And
Bam
people
needed
trying to put him into the shit. Like that's another one that's crazy to look into is the free Bam movement too. Yeah.
I got to check that because, like I said, I think Bam needed it more than a lot of people because I think Bam was just crazy to begin with, you know. So I'm pretty sure he might have needed it more, but going and looking at conservatorship, like you have to be mentally incapacitated, like
Yes.
in order for you to get that. And none of these
Yes.
people were mentally incapacitated.
Yeah.
They still got it.
Yeah. Well, like in Britney Spears one, they had a doctor sign off saying that she had dementia in 2008, that she had dementia, but then yet she still had like a residency in Las Vegas and was making a people a shit ton of money.
I mean, now you understand. Once again, now I understand why she shaved her head and attacked people with an umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
Later became famous by Rihanna. Ella A.
Ooh, lordy.
But yeah, no, yeah, you're right. We should. I'll definitely look into those two because that stuff I find fascinating. Like I really do because especially with the Michael Orr thing, that changed my whole perspective on that conservatorship thing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because like I said, I thought it was Michael just being a baby and all this stuff, but it turns out that they did all
Yeah.
that stuff. So like, but yeah, but that so then so then Brittany goes from Justin to Kevin Federline and has 2 kids with him, and then everybody's going, well, how did he end up with the kids? And then you start to think of conspiracy theories like, wait a minute, did he have something to do with it? Like, did him and the parents like get together? It was like, hey, I'll give you 2 grandkids, and then I will take them, and then I'll be, the sole proprietor of all. I just
Yeah, honestly, I think it's more I think it's part of that, like, they use the kids as a bargaining chip to make her do certain things to get time with them and give Kevin, like, a pittance of money or whatever just to have him shut up and keep the kids for a while,
then she's
you
marrying
know?
these Saudi princes or whatnot, these Saudi Arabian guys, and like I don't.
Wait, what?
Yeah, her last husband was like the Saudi guy, wasn't he?
I
Yeah,
have no idea who he
she
was.
just recently got married and divorced again.
Yeah. I don't know what everyone's like, was he a handler? And that honestly, the whole Britney Spears thing gets really freaking crazy because it goes into like, where is she actually? Because there's people are saying that the videos and stuff that she's putting out, like some of them are like green screen, like it doesn't look like her. And then you see like from Sam Asghari's, like he has like a whole green screen studio in her house. Like, I don't know. Shit's weird. That's all I gotta say.
Really weird. She's showing off nipples now, and like everything that a guy my age was like, oh, I want to see Britney Spears naked, and now like you kind of see her naked, and you're like,
A boob's a boob.
older Britney Spears. We want to see "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time," Britney Spears, and we got this 40-something-year-old mom like, hey, you want to see my titty? Like, I guess
She looks great. Okay.
it's,
It's not
I
the
don't know.
thing.
No, it's not. Like, I don't even know. Like, probably I still I still want to see Jessica Biel, but like, I don't know. Britney
Mhm.
Spears did something up. What up, Jack?
Hey. So real quick, have you ever really looked at a picture of Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake together, like side by side? They look exactly alike.
But listen,
They
this is
marry the opposite sex of themselves.
does she have short hair now?
I don't know.
I really like that. You really don't see them out together. And Justin, what's going on? Titties? Oh yeah, yeah. We're talking about Britney Spears and her titties hanging out. But listen, no, I'm not saying they're not nice pictures or whatnot, but man, remember Jessica Biel sitting on that fucking on that a sink in FHM magazine with just like side boob, and you're like, oh, Jessica Biel, Jennifer Love Hewitt with like kind of like a see-through stuff. Like, I don't know, man. It
Oh,
was
I remember as a kid, everyone used to call her Jennifer Love Huge Tits. That was her nickname.
so the two girls I used to be in love with were Jennifer Love Hewitt and Danielle Fishel. Those are the two girls, Topanga.
Oh, Topanga.
Those were the two girls, and I remember my friend Julie, who was actually my first girlfriend ever. She used to print out because her family had, the good internet when we were growing up. So she used to print out pictures for me in color because my family didn't have a printer, and going to the library they didn't have color pictures. So she used to print me out color pictures of Danielle Fishel and Jennifer Love Hewitt as a kid, and she used to give them to me, and I put them up in my locker because I couldn't afford the magazines to put pictures in my locker when I was in 6th grade. Yeah, remember that?
Oh,
You just putting up pictures
man.
in your locker.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh my God, that was just
I I always had a disposable camera with me. Always. I have so many pictures from like high school and stuff like that because I always had a disposable camera with me.
I didn't. I mean, I have a bunch of pictures from when I went on a Christian mission trip when I was 17. I have a shit ton of pictures. I went to New Mexico and Mexico. Still talk about the epic council travel 2 weeks ago. Caleb, yeah.
Yes,
Talked about that,
we
and then
did.
bye bye Caleb this week, and bye bye Jack. Jack left us, aka
I was like, I put when Sifu went, I went, oh, Sifu out, sad face. Bye bye, Jack Twin.
bye bye Black Jack.
Yep. I actually started writing Black Jack and then I erased it and I was like Jack Twin. I was like, I don't know who's gonna read my notebook. They're not gonna know what I mean.
Who cares? You ever find an old ass notebook from back in the day and just go through it and just see the stuff that you wrote in there?
Yeah. Have I ever told you about the time I kept diaries for very, very long times in my life, like until I had kids, because I don't have time to do that anymore. Um, when I got home from college one time, I went and I was like, oh, let me go read through all my old diary. My younger brother is an asshole. He took a red pen, he edited my diary. He's like, God, this bitch can't spell her shit. And he edited my diary. Punctuation, misspelled words, circled, crossed out, changed. Oh yeah.
I found poetry that I wrote. I think I read it on when me and Biz did business party, like when we first started. But I found
Mhm.
a book of poetry that I used to write, and I wrote like phonetically. I wrote better.
Oh.
I wrote better like Bettah, and like it was. I swear, I thought I was like Eminem because it was kind of like in song rap lyric. Oh man,
Oh
I
my
read it.
God.
That was what actually when I went live for the first time on TikTok, that was one of the first things I did was read that poetry book. And maybe I'll break it out for one of these if I can find it again. but it's
My
it's
God.
bad. It is so bad. Like I wish I wrote stuff when I was a kid. Like when Madison was growing up, I got her a box of like memorabilia stuff, and I would put things in throughout the years for her, and then I stopped doing it at one point. But like to like be able to go back and just see all this stuff would have been just so cool, like a time capsule sort of thing. Just
Mhm.
to see all this stuff would have been so cool to like do now. But you don't think about that as a kid. You don't think tomorrow is just like tomorrow. Like I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And the next
Right.
thing you're coming up on your 41st birthday and you're like, what the fuck happened? What?
You
What?
blinked and now you're here.
Yeah. It, next thing you know, you're twice divorced, living
Oh
in the
my
middle
God.
of the country. You're like, what the fuck?
What have I done?
And it's just like, okay, I'm here. Listen, I wouldn't change anything that I went through because it made me who I am today, and and it makes us all who we are. But like,
Yeah.
I wish I had wrote down like, and I won't even like I could do it now, and then when I'm 80, I could look back and like, what a fucking idiot. But like, yeah, if there's anything that I would tell people to do now is just journal every day. Just journal every once a week, even. Just write down the shit that goes through your life, and then see where you are in 10 years. And I know 10 years seems like a lot, but it's fucking not. In 10
Yeah.
years, I was married to my first, from 10 years ago to now, I was married to my first wife. I was uh, I was probably in a different, yeah, I was just starting a different aspect of my career. Um I got divorced, I got remarried, I got divorced again. I met another now I met a great woman who is insane, who just loves to like take videos of me being a creepy old man trying out all this stuff. And it's funny because I tell these people, I talk to, so like, I got to therapy and I tell the therapist all this, and she just looks at me like with this disheveled, baffled look on her face, like, all this happened? Yeah. But yeah, man, it's and is it 1,000% true? I don't know, but this is the way it's told to me in my head. Could it be wrong?
Mhm.
It could be, but in my head, that's how I remember things. Could
Yeah.
it have been 15 years that my mom left on Christmas Eve? No, it could have been like 5 or 6. But in my head, it was 15 years because that's all I remember is Christmas Eve is my mom would leave. So yeah, man. If there's anything I can suggest to people is to journal at least once a week. Even if you don't tell
Yeah.
it every descriptive thing that happened, like just so you can remember something, because it would be really cool to look back on something that happened 10 years ago. It's like, oh crap, oh yeah, I did that. Oh yeah, I got sober. Throughout that
Oh
time.
yeah.
So it's like it, 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 it it's a different thing, and you should do it. And wish you did. I don't know if we're gonna get into special forces. We kind of got off on a
I
tangent.
don't think we will today. It's
But
okay
you
though.
know what? I actually, it was. I like this tangent a little better. It was a little funner. Going kind of down
Yeah.
memory lane, jot it all down and look back on. Yeah, yeah, you should. Because it was just one of those things. Like the Britney Spears thing just took me back to a time. Like when you listen to music. Like I started putting
Mhm.
stuff to them when we go live. People will put on music from like back in the day. And I was listening. I put on like a Black Street, like Keith Sweat Spotify list, and we were just talking about the things we used to do. Like, remember when you had to record the song, but like to record the song, you had to wait until they played it just in time, and you had to record it just in time to get the song, or this
Mhm.
whole song was off. And it was like,
Oh me.
damn it.
Yeah, I can't listen to Aerosmith's Don't Want to Miss a Thing without being like, oh, I got halfway through, I gotta flip it to the B-side, because I listened to that tape so much that, like, because when I was recording it, obviously it ended it was like in the middle of the song, and side A was all taken up. So I had to quickly, oh my God, flip it over to side B and then press record because I needed the rest of the song. So now every time I listen to that song, there's a part of that song where I'm like, it like in my head it skips because that's where it from the tape that I listened to so much.
Jack, we were talking about it. We can't wait to hear it, man. We really can't. We're fucking excited. We're so excited
Yes.
to hear this album. I just want to fucking rock out to it in my fucking car, just blast it. I was like, "That's my friend.
Mhm.
Listen to that."
I
That's
know.
my
I have to wear your shirt that you sent me on stream sometime. It's pretty sweet shirt. Have you seen a shirt?
No, I haven't seen it. Getting it. Sir.
I'll wear it on Wednesday.
Okay. Jack, let me know how much I need a shirt. XL be great. Thanks. Let me know how much. But yeah, there's certain songs. By the way, I hate that fucking song. Just to let you know, because it was mine and Madison's mom's song, and to this day, I fucking can't hear that song without wanting to vomit.
I think of Ben Affleck, and because it was like Armageddon, right? It was like the
Yeah.
theme song. I never saw the movie, but I just remember the trailer to it from when I was a kid. So I think of Ben Affleck and Liv Tyler and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
So all I think about is the animal cracker scene where they're laying on the grass, and they're having like a little picnic before Ben leaves, and he's just like playing with the animal cracker on her, and that's all I think about every time I hear that song. But then also, I don't want to hear the song because I think about a certain person and it makes me want to throw up. But it is what it is. But yeah, speaking of like, do you remember when CDs had a skip in them too? I forget what song it is, and if I hear the song, I remember. There's certain songs that I cannot listen to without the scratch or the
Mhm.
beat in it. So it's like
Oh,
an
yeah.
Eminem song, and then it'll repeat itself kind of because the CD skipped a little bit and then it went on.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, these kids have
I have
no
no
idea.
idea.
And it's so
Yeah.
funny because people go, "Who has this?" Because I have CDs still. I will
Me
go and buy it.
too.
And my car has a CD player in it, so
Yep, so is mine.
I will still rock CDs, and they're like $2 now. Remember when CDs were like 17,
$20. Yeah.
$18 was when it was on sale. It was like 20 something dollars when like normally, and like yeah, they're like $2-3 now. And so I'll buy the CDs and I'll play them, and I'm just like, this is fucking awesome.
Oh,
And I'll
yeah. Oh my God. My husband and I like my husband, avid like music person. Like, so he had, the case, the CD case. He's got like 5 CD cases. And so one night we went through all of our old CD cases and we're like going through and looking at all of them. And it was such a novel. Like, remember when like LimeWire and Napster came out? We had LimeWire instead of
Yep.
Napster. And it was the greatest thing ever to make a mix CD, because you would do mixtapes, but you couldn't do a mix CD. And so it was insane. So, but now what do? You make a playlist and you email it to someone? What the fuck is that? That's not cool.
I was listening to a
You
comedian.
can't write on it and be like, hey, remember our first date? This song, make sure you listen to track number 5, Hearts and Kisses, X's and O's.
Dude, I remember on the CD, I can still remember clear as day. It said Dave Hart Toya 2000 on it.
Yeah.
And it was a CD that I burned for her. And I still remember like all these CDs that were burned. Remember Winamp? My buddy had like 1,000,000 songs on Winamp.
Oh, well, because no, Jack says you remember the MP3 CDs. I remember I had it gotten only okay. I had a some guy made me an MP3 CD. There was like 125 songs on it. I was like, what? And I didn't know it, but I actually had like an MP3 CD reader on my like it was when that came out, that was just like holy shit. Like that was right when iPods started coming out. And we still have like my husband's original, like the first generation iPod.
Really?
Yeah.
That thing's
It's
worth some
brick,
money.
man.
That thing's
I
worth some
know.
money though.
It
That
is.
thing I bought one. It's all messed up, and I'm gonna try to fix it. But yeah, those things are worth some money. Nobody really like even what did the first inbox iPhone went for like $250,000 or something like that, and some lady just had she bought an extra one and just never opened it, and it went for like $250,000. Yeah,
I
all this
didn't
is
have my first touchscreen phone until maybe 2010.
really.
I was always an Android. Yeah, I was always an Android person and a Razor person and Nokia and a BlackBerry.
I don't know if you remember, but they had the phone, the touchscreen phone, at the same time the iPhone came out, and it like kind of like flipped open, and it kind of was like
Oh,
the first TV kind of like phone.
Sidekick.
No, it wasn't the Sidekick. It was like I was after the Sidekick, but this one you could actually. And I remember using the touchscreen, and it was just such garbage. And I'm like, I want the touchscreen. I found it at high school. Whoop whoop, free 32 gig. Oh, nice, nice. Do you still have it? Because if you do, it's probably worth. Non-color big wheel, yeah, those things are worth some money, man. This the nostalgia shit is just it's insane how much you can get for something. One of the guys at my job found a tote. He found totes of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh my.
He found 3 cards. 2 of them are worth 30,000 each, and one of them is worth he doesn't know yet. It's a misprint, and they're all in. They were all in like those plastics, little not
Yeah.
but the actual little plastic separate one. Dude, like people just buy shit. I just got a Amanda the other day. I was at the God Storehouse, and she works for Ford, and there was this like Ford little toolkit. It was like brand new. It looked old as shit, and it was brand new. And she looked. I got it for like $3. She looked it up online. It was worth 50 something bucks.
Oh wow.
Like people just don't know what they have. And the guy who had the Yu-Gi-Oh cards sold me a bunch of Atari games, still wrapped.
Oh my god.
Still wrapped Atari games. I put it in my closet. I haven't gone through it yet, but like I was like, holy shit. He's like, here, just give me X amount of dollars. I ended up trading him for something for it because he bought like the whole thing for like he bought this whole storage. Like it was like a storage war. He bought the whole storage
Yeah.
thing for like $500 or something like that, or $1,000, and just found all this shit. He said, dude, you have no idea how many sex toys were in that fucking thing. I go, really? Oh man. He goes, there was
Oh
a
boy.
lot of sex toys there too. And I was like, he's like, I don't know what the fuck these people were into, but they were into funky shit. Just Yu-Gi-Oh cards, sex toys, Ataris that they didn't open. It was
Elfie like, geez.
there was a rabbit in there. I think it was dead. I don't know what they were into. Rabbit cage. But yeah. Next week I think I'll look into that. I'll see if I think I'll listen to that because I know I like to listen. I like Jim and Sam, and I listen to Jim and Sam like every day. But I'm starting to get kind of tired of listening to the same thing every day. So I think I'm gonna see if I can find the book online. One man's porn pics, another man's material. Yeah, you ain't kidding. That's another thing we can get into, but we're already at almost an hour and a half. See what happens? We're just like, yeah.
I know. I told you. I was like, oh, it's just gonna be a short one. I'm so tired. Watch is gonna be 5 hours. That's what would happen when we first started doing 2 Jacks, 1 Scotch. Like Jack and Scott and I would be like, all right, listen, like it's just gonna be like an hour and a half. Like we'll just do it, get it done, blah blah blah. It'd be like 3.5 hours later, and we're like, well, that got away from us.
Did you happen to catch this past week's episode?
I listened in for like a hot second and I was like, I'll just let them, because I was like, I just got to let them do it, because I knew if I started listening, I would be like all up in your shit, because I would have been chatting. I was like, would have been just like, fuck it, I'm just going to join. But I had to do stuff.
The silent walking article has had me laughing this whole fucking week. And Amanda made a comment because we were talking about, I forget what it was, but we were talking about Germany at one point, and Amanda goes, yeah, German seltzer water, because seltzer has gas in it, and she just made this whole, and I cannot stop thinking of German gas water. I'm going to call seltzer water German gas water from now on, because it is the funniest, because I think the Germans invented seltzer water.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, yeah, of course the Germans would think of putting gas in water. And I was fucking done. Yeah.
Well, because I knew that you were gonna be. I knew that you said, "Yeah, sure, I'll be on," and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna let them have a boys' night too, even though I had stuff to do too. But I was just like, I'll just let them do the boys' night, because I know if I'm in there, it'll change everything, and I just want to hear. So I have to go back and listen to it.
And to be honest, like I was 3 seconds away to be, in all honesty, I was 3 seconds away from texting Jack that I was like, nah, I don't want to do this. But then I'm like, just because I was not in like a great frame of mind that night. A bunch of shit happened, so I was just like, I don't really want to. And then I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do it, and it was so funny, and the silent walking. Lots of titties sandwich. And this girl thinks she invented silent walking, and her boyfriend told her, "Yeah, just go on a walk for a half hour in quiet." And then we went off on how he's the genius because he told her to go talk to silent walk, and then eventually later on he was going to say, "Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that." Eventually, like he was going to get her to start like being silent at home. Hey, the silent walking thing? Let's try that at home for like a half hour. And then all his friends, and it would just be like, "Hey guys, you hear that?" And they're like, "No, we don't hear it." Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? We all got our girlfriends.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were the only ones who would think of putting gas in the. I know, man. It was so funny. But yeah, thank you for letting us have a boys' night, and it just went off. It went off completely. Put the gas in the It went completely
Well,
off.
I started listening a little bit when I think it was either Jack was going through the birthdays or it was the holidays, and I could already tell, because I was like, "Oh shit!" I could tell with what I think it was like Scott had said something, and I was like, "They're off." I was like, "I can't." Because what I'll do is I'll put my input in it, and I wanted you guys to have your boys' night without Mama J hanging around. So
Dude, I think it was this dude, the Indian holiday with Grandpa called Grandma's Cooter, the Zupa Dukupa or something like that. And
yes, that was it. And I was like, all right.
Went off the rails. Yeah. So, but if you didn't catch that episode, yeah, and definitely catch us on Wednesdays at Business Party Podcast. But yeah, yeah, I guess we can call that an episode.
That's a day. Call it a day.
Yeah, I definitely want to. Yeah, I definitely want to listen to Britney Spears. Chad Puha or was it Puhat Chat or something like that? It was it was off. But yeah. So you can find me at MW Troublemaker on Twitter. All my links are in there. You can catch us Wednesdays at Business Park Podcast. It might be changing up some stuff with Fridays. Don't know yet. I gotta talk to Kelly about it. And I may be talking to Rich about doing something with Rich. Also
On Saturday?
I don't know yet. We haven't talked about
Okay,
that.
cool.
We're talking about it because we have a fun time when we do when I go on with him and I'm like, hey, let's just do it.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine, Jack. You got that album to worry about, man. You put all your your time into that and get that shit. Get that shit.
Get it done.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm talking. We're talking, and maybe doing something we don't know yet. But and then of course you could find us here on Sundays. And we Hangover. We just talk about. We try to talk about Survivor and TV shows, but
I know we didn't even get into like how like BravoCon was like last weekend.
Yeah, we got to get into that. I want to watch. I haven't been able to watch that. I got to watch some of that because
I know. Like I watched the Vanderpump Rules panel. I want to watch the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, New Jersey, and I think it's Summer House panel. I don't know. There's so many different things that I want to see. It's just anyway. We'll get to it at some point. Or we won't. I don't know. It's our show. We'll do whatever the fuck we want, I guess.
Fucking right. Talk about your old titties if we want to. Mama J, where can you be found?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. At Suburban Mama 1. That's Suburban Mama, the number 1. Yes, you can find me there. I do a lot of nothing on there. But you can still find me there. Follow me anyway, because sometimes I put up little gems.
Yeah, and
sometimes I don't.
Also follow us on our Twitter at Weekend Hangover.
Yes.
A lot of times we just repost interesting stuff. So yeah, give us a follow on there. And with that, blink, bitches. Have a wonderful Sunday.
Bye. See you later.